During your time as a high school honor student, you will encounter many different types of classmates, but your main concerns are the ones that are most likely to compete with you. There are three main types of honor students that you should know about. Once you understand their personality and characteristics, you increase your chances of becoming the most successful student. The first type of honor student is known as the reliable goody two-shoes. The reliable goody two-shoes is always found in the front row of any class, directly across from the teacher. She wears cardigans, flats, and polka-dotted pants. Compliment her purple headband, and she will automatically give you her study guide on bioenergetics. She raises her hand at least 6 times every period, and asks questions like, "Is it okay if I draw the flagellum on the left side of my cell instead of the right?" You don't want to work with her on labs because she'll actually complete 6 entire trials of the experiment instead of making up data for 3 trials. However, you definitely want to work with her on large projects because she will take the hardest job for herself just to make sure it's done right. You're not really her friend on the weekends, but you are best friends in class. You feel guilty asking to copy her homework because she's such a hard worker. You ask her anyway because she's too nice to say no. The reliable goody two-shoes is a very capable rival, but her need to be liked can help you succeed. Your next competitor is known as the Renaissance Man. The Renaissance Man is everyone's friend, and he's good at everything. Like the reliable goody two-shoes, he desires to be liked. However, this comes naturally to him. He makes educated puns like, "Copper you guys later," and titles his essays, "Othello, more than meets the eye." The Renaissance Man rarely gets anything lower than an A+, but when he does, his morale is crushed, and you can easily use this opportunity to get ahead. Just when you think that the Renaissance Man might have a flaw, it's clear that his talents overshadow any weakness he might have. He's in marching band and still gets good grades despite the 6-hour daily practices. And he can memorize a piece after 3 rehearsals. He knows the first 100 digits of pi, and he can factor any polynomial just by looking at it. The Renaissance Man listens to jazz willingly. The Renaissance Man will never try to deceive you or plot against you, but you must never let your guard down. His pure, unabashed confidence makes him a perfect candidate for success. Your final competitor is known as the Silent but Deadly. The Silent but Deadly is exactly what the name implies him to be. He sits quietly in an unassuming and random position in class. He never seems engaged in class discussion, and when he does raise his hand, the room becomes silent as everyone listens to his wise comments. He only answers questions when no one else is able to respond. He's always correct. When he doesn't get a perfect score on a test, the teacher will curve it so that he gets 100%, because clearly it must have been too hard. Unlike the reliable goody two-shoes or the Renaissance Man, the Silent but Deadly travels alone, never seeking the acceptance of others. He incorporates mathematical graphs into his English presentations, and he makes it work. He doesn't ever have to read the lines off his PowerPoints. Pray that you get partnered with him for a peer review on an essay. His comments will be more valuable than the teachers'. Teachers respect him more than they respect themselves. In his free time, he writes computer programs. He uses words like emulate, laudatory, and alacrity in his everyday speech, if he feels like talking. The Silent but Deadly is your most formidable opponent. He's always effortlessly ahead of you in the world of academics. All 3 honor students are very smart, driven, and motivated to succeed. At many times throughout your high school career, you may find yourself feeling inferior to them. However, while they each have their own strengths, they have weaknesses as well. Don't be discouraged by their individual achievements. Instead, imitate what they do well and develop your own skills. Take detailed notes like the reliable goody two-shoes. Build your confidence to match the Renaissance Man. Be more observant like the Silent but Deadly to retain more information. By doing this and cultivating your own assets, you'll ensure personal success.